welcome back to Couch Collectibles. We're going to be looking at rare half dollars that are worth money, specifically a lot on the 1988 half dollar and what you should be looking for on those coins that can make them valuable. So let's just hop into it. Don't forget to go check out couchcollectibles.com. Links always in the description of each video. But first off, here we see that how many they actually made in 1988. So a little over 13 million for the no mint mark, a little over 12 million for the D mint mark, and the S mint mark is not listed on here, but for the 1988 S proof half dollar, they made a little over 3.2 million of those coins. Now, first off, we're going to start with the proof. This is a 1988 S proof half dollar that has a double die obverse, a DDO, so doubling taking place on the front of the coin. Here are some examples of that doubling, so always be on the lookout for that on the 1988 S proof Kennedy half dollar. Now this coin here sold for over $375 because of that mint error, as well as because of the high grade of a proof 68 deep cameo. So keep that in mind. Coin grading scale only goes up to 70, so the higher the grade, typically the more valuable your coin is going to be. Now if you have questions about grading, be sure to type in Couch Collectibles coin grading and check out those videos here on YouTube. And let's move on. You can also look for something as simple as this, the 1988 no FG. So look for the missing initials. Here's an example of a Kennedy half dollar with the FG initials, and then here is the missing no FG initials. So always be on the lookout for that, really on a lot of the half dollars out there, so search for that on all your half dollars. Now here is a 1988 P mint mark. Now this coin is solely valuable because of its high grade of a mint state 67. That's what gives it value, and this coin sold for over $280. Now if we look at a 1988 half dollar that's sold on eBay, you can see that the coin has not been graded or certified. However, it really is struck off center. So we can see that there on the coin, clearly an off center taking place here. And this coin sold for over $30 as is on eBay. Now if we go back to the 1988 S proof, this coin here is graded at a perfect grade, cannot get any higher on the coin grading scale, and it doesn't have any types of errors. It's just solely valuable because of that high grade, and this coin is sold for over $745. Here's another high graded coin. We'll do these high grades quick. This is a 1988 D mint mark, again with the mint state 67 grade, and because of that high grade, this half dollar sold for a little over $55. Now this next one's interesting. I believe this sold on eBay as well. It's got a medallic alignment error taking place. So what that is basically a 180 degree reverse that has been rotated. So this 1988 half dollar has the rotated reverse. Now these are like definitely tricky ones to find. Here's a picture that compares both two. So when you flip over your coins, I don't know if you can see this, it's supposed to be like that. It shouldn't be the other way around, okay? So that's the rotation. So always use that as a gauge when flipping over your coins like this. So this coin, because of that error, sold for over $150. Now check out these other half dollars that you should always be on the lookout for in bankrolls from the bank or even in your own coin collection. Alright, so first up here's an image of the 1971 no mint mark. Now for this Kennedy half dollar coin, they produced over 155 million of those coins. Now for the 1971 D, they produced over 302 million of those coins. And then the 1971 S proof half dollar, they only produced 3.2 million. So the S mint mark 1971 is definitely the lowest mintage by far. So that is always going to be a low mintage typically with those proof coins. Now first off, if you have a 1971 no mint mark, this is what you want to look for. You want to look for doubling on the lettering Liberty as well as on the phrase "In God We Trust." You can see that the E there up top is doubled, and then you can see the trust is doubled as well. So look at that, get you a USB coin microscope, you can put your coins underneath it and check and see if your coins have doubling. Now this is a double die obverse, So if we look at a 1971D actually that has a double die obverse, this one here sold for over $550. Now it does have a high grade, so that comes into effect with its value as well. Here's just a clipped error from 1971. Just wanted to throw this in there. This one here sold on eBay for over 40 bucks. So nothing crazy, but it's a $40 coin for 50 cents. So not a bad profit. Now also on the 1971S, this is for the proof coin. So this is very important. So if you have a 1971S and your proof sets, definitely be on the lookout for this. This one here has a double die reverse, so a DDR. Definitely always look out for doubling on the reverse of the 1971S Kennedy $half coin. This coin here sold for over $2,500. Here's the 1971S that just has a very, very high grade. It's graded at a proof 69 deep cameo. This one doesn't have any errors or anything like that, but this coin here sold for over $3,900 because of that high grade. Now here's a regular 1971, no mint mark, but it's got a high grade. It's graded at a mint state 67. If you guys are not familiar with coin grading, just go to YouTube, type in coin grading couch collectibles, and I have a few videos on that, so be sure to go check those out. This coin here, because of the high grade, sold for over $1,500. First, you got the 1970D, the Denver minted Kennedy $half, and you will see that this one here is 40% silver. So $half from 1965 to 1970 are 40% silver. Now you can see that this coin has a mintage of just 2.1 million. So they only produced a little over 2 million of these coins. And that's why they're really sought after. Now if you look at the 1970S, this is the proof coin. Again, it is 40% silver, and they did produce 2.6 million of these coins. So pretty low mintage on both the 1970D and the 1970S. So always be on the lookout for those. If you're coin roll hunting $half from the bank, you definitely want to save the 1970s. Now also for the 1970S, if you guys do happen to have any of those, make sure you put it underneath the microscope and check for doubling, because this coin here has a double die obverse, meaning that there's doubling taking place on the front of the coin. So look for that on all the lettering, of course, just the whole coin design around Lincoln's face as well as the date, because this coin here sold for over $930. Of course, it does have a high grade as well, which will give it a lot of value. Now here is a 1970D that has a high grade of a mint state 67. Coin grading scale only goes up to 70 if you guys are new to coin collecting. Now this coin here, because of the high grade and because you know that it's a key date coin, sold for over $4,900. Now if we look at the 1970S proof, now this is the deep cameo proof. Now this one is graded at a proof 69, so nearly a perfect coin. And this 1970 $half coin sold for a little over $800. Let's start off with a 1963 Franklin $half. Now we don't see any error taking place here on the obverse of the coin. However, if we look here at the reverse of the coin, you will see that this 1963 Denver minted $half has been struck through a staple. So you can see that there at the bottom of the coin. During the process of creating this coin, a staple had gotten in the way and therefore got struck through this coin, which will make it much more valuable than a $1 coin or even its silver value. Now it doesn't have the highest grade in the world, but because of this error here, it makes it pretty valuable. Now this $half coin sold for over $880. Next up is one of my favorites of this video. This is a 1964 Kennedy $half that has been double struck and rotated 180 degrees in color. So if you look around the rim of the coin, you can see the letters from Liberty at the bottom, which would normally be at the top of the coin. Here on the reverse, you can see the same thing. If you look there at the bottom, it says $half on the regular design, the way it's supposed to be. However, if you look at the top, you can see $half there as well. Now that will make the coin valuable with this error being double struck and rotated in color as well. And that's why this Kennedy $half coin sold for over $700. Next up is a 1971 Denver minted Kennedy $half. Now this coin here has been struck 85% off center. Obviously, you can see that there in the images displayed, both on the obverse and the reverse of the coin, and that's why this $half coin sold for over $525. Moving on to a 1976 Denver minted Kennedy $half. This has been double struck as well, and the second strike is only 5% off center. So definitely be looking out for something like this if you're coin roll hunting $half. I could see something like this maybe getting passed up. Maybe not the extreme off centers, but 5% off centers. I think it's possible to definitely find something like this coin roll hunting. Not gonna guarantee it. You won't never find nothing if you don't look. This coin here sold for over $860. Moving on to a 1983 Philadelphia minted Kennedy $half that has been double struck, and it's got this broad strike with an obverse indent. You can see the indent taking place there at the bottom of the coin. You can obviously see the broad strike taking place all across the coin there. And we can see those errors taking place on the reverse of the coin as well. Now this Kennedy $half coin here sold for over $800. Moving on to a no dated Kennedy $half. Now this coin here is a San Francisco minted coin. It's a proof coin, and it's 40% silver with a die adjustment strike. So you see that fading taking place all across the coin, both on the obverse and the reverse of this coin. You can't see the dates or much of the lettering and phrases on the coin because of the die adjustment strike taking place, and that's why this $half coin here sold for over $940. Alright guys, don't forget to subscribe in the middle, check out the videos to the left of me, and until tomorrow, I will see you all in the comment section below. This is Couch Collectibles, and this is where I disappear.